So, Kevin Nash, of all the people who have podcasts in the wrestling world, who have some sort of notoriety, probably had the worst take of the whole Vince McMahon thing. You watched the video. Did you work out what he was even saying in it?
Well, I listened to it, and it's long, it's lengthy. But when he got to the end of it, I'm thinking, what did he say? I didn't understand his point. If he had a point, you heard it. What did you get out of it?
I actually transcribed it. Well, actually, I put it through a program that transcribed it for me. And
Oh, you can't transcribe it for yourself. You got to use
God.
You got to use AI.
Yeah, all the repeated words and ums are... Anyway, I've left them all in. So, here it is. Word for word. You know, one man's kink, one man's perversion is another man's, you know, just horrific. Then the co-host interjects, one man's 3 black dongs. And then, yeah, we're all for. I mean, it's just everybody's to, you know, like my thing I said at the beginning is if it's trafficking, if it's rape, if it's sexual assault, those are criminal charges. And those have to be addressed in exactly that manner. If they're just fucking being used to push more money into the situation for somebody to get a payday settlement, then that's wrong. And the system's being used for the wrong is being used the wrong way. And I don't think that people should be. I don't think people should be in any way rewarded for deviancy either way. Right, okay. That's really the big thing here. I don't think people should be rewarded for deviancy either way. So is he saying that, hang on, that Janelle Grant's being rewarded for deviancy here?
To me, he kind of took Vince's side. And one man's perversion is another man's what?
What did he say at the beginning? One man's kink, one man's perversion is another man's, you know, just horrific. That's legitimately what he said.
One man's perversion is another man, you know, kink or whatever. I know. Okay. I think if everybody thinks about it, if you put somebody you know in her spot, your sister, your friend, your cousin, even your mom, you're going to look at it totally different. But since we don't know Janelle Grant, and this didn't just go on for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This went on for a couple of years. And Vince decided that it was kinky and offered to pay her off if she would sign an NDA. Well, she signed it, and he was supposed to give her $3 million. So to make good on it, he did give her $1 million, but all of a sudden, out of the blue, nope. I mean, the thing with Endeavor started and all this. Well, I'm not going to pay you any more money. Didn't even hear from him. So, you know, if you agree, it's like, okay, I'm going to buy this car from you, and I'll give you, said car's $3,000. I'm going to give you $1,000. I'll pay you other, you know, in increments. Okay. But all of a sudden, you get to the $1,000. He drives off in the car, but the other $2,000 doesn't appear. Well, she wanted it, and I don't think. Well, he agreed to it. That's what I'm saying. Vince, if he didn't want it like that, and the NWA, have we found out it's illegal?
You're saying NWA, like I was last week. Now NDA.
NDA. No, I don't mean NWA.
No, we haven't found out. That's going to be part of the court process anyway. If it gets to trial, of course. Let me give you a couple more of the quotes from Kevin Nash in the same lengthy, rambling clip.
Now, where is this interview? online?
I think it's his podcast. Elsewhere, Nash said on Triple H's Royal Rumble presser performance, my friend got harassed, Triple H, because he didn't, in the middle of Royal Rumble weekend, along with the fact that 2 of the stars of their top 10 are now out, that he didn't take the time to read the 63 pages that his father-in-law had already backed out of the company and said, I'm done. Which is missing the point. Didn't have to read all 67 pages it was, because he will have more than a good idea of what they were about. And also because Paul is such a good friend. I love Stephanie to death. Shane's a friend. Linda's always been good to me, so it's a family I've always felt welcomed around. Vince was the first person to see anything in me as far as the ability to be a star. He put me as that figurehead of this business during the steroid trials, which he didn't. It was 94 when Brett was the figurehead, not Diesel. That was 95. So there's, I don't want it to be true, and I don't want harm to come to any of those people. So essentially, I mean, really is sticking up for the McMahons in general here.
Well, that's because he knows them, and I don't hold that against him.
Well, no, but
because it's a bad situation. But who was it brought on by? By Vince. Linda didn't do it. Shane didn't do it. Stephanie didn't do it. Vince did it. So you need to feel sorry for them for Vince's, to me, stupidity.
But Vince gave you opportunities. Vince gave you opportunities over the course of 2 different things. But you're not afraid to just say, well, apparently the dude, and it's likely that these things are true enough, But other like Mick Foley and Kevin Nash are coming out almost to the defense of Vince, or at the very least just saying, I hope it's not true.
Yeah,
but I mean, why are they saying that and you're not?
I am not saying they're defending him, but they are trying to, let's use the word minimize his involvement, with the thought that, I hope this is not true. But they know it is. They know Vince. And they have a lot of respect for the family and a lot of respect for Vince. And they don't want to go on a podcast and act as though, well, since he's having bad time, we'll just bury him further. I don't think you could bury him any further anyway. But that is, if this gets back to Vince, I mean, and they're wishing it's not true. I do too. I don't want to know that a guy, even though I felt odd vibrations off him when I talked to him, but hey, you could know a mass killer. We go out and do it. Well, I hope it's not true either. But
yeah, but he loved his dog. He liked fishing. Oh,
he did. So, but anyway, I think they're doing it because it's on a podcast. It's on the web. So
they're just trying not to bite the hand that feeds, in a sense, I think, maybe.
And I don't know. Well, I do know, but I think the people, they know what I'm trying to say.